Ooh, it's time to get better and faster to catch more Pokemon here in Pokemon Go. As today, I'm gonna share with you guys my top 10 tips on becoming a faster and better trainer here in Pokemon Go to catch more Pokemon. Alright, so hi to all of you guys. So today's video is going to be very different because it is a tutorial based video, and I'm going to share with you guys my top 10 tips on improving yourself to catch more Pokemon. In the future, I might show you guys how to play the other aspects of the game like raiding and in fact a friendship and whatsoever in a better and more improved manner. Also, if you like this kind of videos from me, definitely leave a like on the video, it will be much appreciated. Alright, so before I even bring my screen up though, I'd just like to mention that, well, catching Pokemon is basically the first thing that you do when you start playing Pokemon Go, right? But it doesn't mean that it is the easiest thing to do, because there are a lot of ways to improve your speed to actually become faster to catch more Pokemon here in Pokemon Go. So before we even talk about speed and improving how you can actually catch more Pokemon here in Pokemon Go, I'm going to share with you guys the first tip, which is to actually learn this thing called the Circle Lock Excellent. Alright, maybe some of you guys already know the method, and you guys, it may not be new for you guys, but definitely I can say that the next few things that I'm going to share with you guys is going to be new. So let's go ahead to check out this Tapu Lele though. This Tapu Lele I did the raid just now, and in order to do the Circle Lock, you want to put your finger on the screen to like resize the ball and make it smaller. After it has gone to a certain size, you want to throw the ball after the legendary raid boss or the Pokemon has done its attack, and you want to try and get it in the circle, the red circle or whatever color circle that it is. And yeah, once you have actually resized it once, especially if you're catching a legendary raid boss, as long as you do not touch the screen again, you can actually throw continuously the second time, the third time, and no matter how many times, to actually keep on throwing extend throw. If it actually changes a bit, maybe you actually throw the ball slightly too late, it takes 2 seconds for the animation of the raid boss to actually go back. So if you actually hold the ball after that 2 seconds, the ball will resize a bit, but you can always resize again. But you guys can see that as I'm throwing the excellent throws, the size of the circle does not change at all. So hence, this circle lock method, it was made popular by my friend Prodigious Nation, who has I think stopped playing Pokemon Go already. But it's a very useful method, especially if you're trying to catch your legendary raid boss. Alright, it's a method that a lot of the top players use. In fact, it's one of those easy to learn method. You just need to master that basically, and you will be able to catch more legendary raid boss in the future. So tip number 2 is learning the fast catch. So what is fast catch? So fast catching, it looks like this. Alright, you basically just catch any wild Pokemon or any Pokemon, and you basically throw the ball and you can actually run away from it. It looks as if I did not catch the Pokemon at all, but basically how to do it is you actually have one finger put on either the berry icon or the ball icon, and then once you actually use a second finger to actually throw the ball already, you actually slide the icon that you have selected to the middle of the screen, or in fact 25% to wherever the direction that it is opposite to. Say for example, if you select the berry icon, you need to slide it 25% to the left of the screen, and then you will be able to run away from it once you actually do it like that. So I basically just tap the top left of the screen twice, and it will basically just run away for me. So that's how you can actually increase the number of Pokemon that you catch. You guys can see how quick it is, starting from the Paras all the way to that Pokemon, the last Pokemon. So the third tip that I'm going to share with you guys is this thing called the fixed grade throw. So what I mean by that, let's say for example, if you encounter a wild Pokemon and then the wild Pokemon does its attack when you're doing your ball selection, when you actually do your throw, the throw will actually be a great throw. It will be fixed as great throw whenever you encounter a Pokemon. So hence that's very useful, especially when you want to throw the ball at that point of time and the Pokemon does its attack. You will be able to hit great throws that easily. Now going into tip number 4, after learning the 3 basic way of catching Pokemon, the fourth one is known as the C-throw. So the C-throw is actually very, very useful, especially when you combine it with the fast catch. It becomes like this, alright? Instead of like turning the ball, spinning the ball to do a curve throw, the C-throw in a way it's a short form for curve throw, but also you just want to draw a letter C, so it becomes just a letter C and a letter C and a letter C, so you just keep on throwing letter C's all the way, and the curve throw will be activated also. I did not show you guys basically the catch rewards at all, but it's definitely there. You guys can see there's a bit of stars or sparkles like at the ball itself when you actually do the C throw. That means the curve ball throw has been activated. So you guys can see how fast it is, especially with enough practice. All these things that I'm going to share with you guys, you require a lot of practice to actually do all this. And of course, later on when I share with you guys the 6 other tips, it will get even more difficult, but there are even more advanced methods. So yeah, this is how fast it is to actually catch when you actually use the C throw instead. So if you fail, you can actually try again, not to worry. Alright, you guys can see I caught every Pokemon that's over there, the 9 Pokemon, all caught that quickly with the fast catch and C throw. Now going into tip number 5, but we have to slow things down a bit because let's say we want to actually catch a Pokemon. Make sure we guarantee catch it, because the fast catch doesn't guarantee you catching it. The way to actually allow yourself to actually catch the Pokemon guaranteed to catch is to actually do this thing called the semi-fast catch. So how to do the semi-fast catch? So the way to do it is basically you just do a normal fast throw, but instead of running away from the Pokemon immediately, you wait for the ball to shake 3 times. Upon it shaking 3 times, you can run away from it and it will be in your Pokemon storage. So I've done it to this Tapu Lele. You can actually do it on any Pokemon, whatever Pokemon that you see in the wild. Also, you have to wait for it to shake 3 times. On the 3rd shake, then you run away from it. It's to guarantee you that you will be able to catch it, especially those with really high CP or those that are really tough to catch, especially the 3rd stage evolution Pokemon. If you really want to get them, you want to wait for the 3rd shake and run away from it. You do not need to go all the way to the reward screen and then eventually it wastes a bit of time. Yep. So going into tip number 6, which is known as the fast reset. So what is the fast reset though? So there are times that we try and catch a Pokemon like this Snivy over here that I'm going to try and catch, but let's say the Snivy actually attacks and I throw the ball and I failed to do it. But we can actually reset the ball by keep on bringing up the ball icon tray and select the next ball again and keep throwing again, so we don't have to wait for the ball to reset on its own, but we can manually reset it. It saves a bit of time, especially if the Pokemon keep on attacking and then you keep dropping your ball or whatsoever. So it helps a bit though, especially if you want to quickly catch a lot of Pokemon. So the next trick that I'm going to share with you guys is called dual catching. Alright, the name says it all. You're basically catching 2 Pokemon at one go. So how to do this is, first of all, you need to have either a Go Blast or a Ball Blast. So it will utilize the Ball Blast to catch the Pokemon with a Pokeball. And you also will need to manually hand catch a Pokemon. So this is how it will look like. So like right now, say for example, we connect the Ball Blast, and the Ball Blast will lock on to an incensed Pokemon first. I will then actually tap on another Pokemon in the wild, hand catch it, and then after that, I will actually wait for the Go Blast or the Ball Blast to lock on to another Pokemon, then I tap on another Pokemon, so I alternate to another Pokemon. So after doing that, you guys can see starting off from the Ekans. It's all caught. So that's the way to actually do a dual catching. Is actually really fast, especially if you are in a moving vehicle or if you are cycling or whatsoever. It's actually really useful. If you're not in motion, actually it may not work at times also, and especially if you are not timing it right, because it takes 6 seconds for you to do a fast catch without the AR on, and it takes 5 seconds for the Pokemon to run with the Ball Blast, whereas it takes 7 seconds for the Pokemon to be caught, so average of 6 seconds. So if you time it right, you can actually alternate between both hand catching and also using the Go Blast to catch the Pokemon. Now we are down to the last 3 tips that I'm going to share with you guys, and these 3 methods that I'm going to tell you guys, they require playing in the AR mode, the augmented reality mode. So it's kind of difficult to master, but first things first, we have to turn off the AR plus Niantic AR from the settings. So do not use that at all if you want to use this method, otherwise it will not work at all. So okay, this is how to do AR catching. So normally when you actually catch a Pokemon without AR, alright, it takes 3 seconds for the camera to zoom out before the ball appears for you to be able to throw a ball. However, in order to remove this 3 seconds zooming out, we can actually turn on AR. It'll be slightly difficult to play, but after you have mastered it, alright, you can actually catch Pokemon even faster, like over here as I'm showing you guys, alright. So with that, the camera is turned on, so it gets a bit, wonky and you can disturb your gameplay also. In fact, it will actually overheat your devices also, even more, especially your camera is on. So hence, I actually would use this. Alright, this is a clip. It's a light clip, a portable light clip that I clip behind my iPad and cover up the camera. So after doing that, alright, it becomes like this. The camera basically gets blocked and it turns black. So I can just keep on throwing without the camera showing me what's up ahead also, because I do not need to see that. I can see that in real life. Alright, and I just need something to not distract me anymore. So turning off the AR in a sense with the camera being blocked. You can use anything to block the camera. You can just put a piece of paper over there, or in fact just cover it with some blue tack or something sticky or whatsoever. Alright, so yeah, that's how it works, and definitely it increases the number of Pokemon you can catch, especially during Spotlight Hour or Community Day. Since it saves 3 seconds per tap on each Pokemon, it's definitely very useful, and that's what I normally do when I'm actually hand catching a certain Pokemon such as DUEL during the Community Day. I was playing like this AR mode all the way, but that's not just it. Wait for the other 2 tips. So we are on to tip number 9, and tip number 9 is this thing called the fast ball selection. So you guys might be thinking, huh? What do you mean by fast ball selection? It's basically to bring up the ball selection tray even faster. And in order to do that, it's easier to do if you have AR on and not use your stacked Pokemon from your field research, because if you do that, it's going to be a bit tough to do. So normally when you encounter a Pokemon, this is how it is, right? But in order to bring the Pokeballs and the other balls up really quickly, when the screen flashes white after tapping on a Pokemon, you want to tap on the bottom right where the ball icon is. So after you do that, it will immediately bring the tray up right after the Pokemon appears. So you guys can see how quick it is as compared to the first Pokemon, the Formenters that I tapped on. So I'm doing it again on the Oshawott, alright, the ball has already been changed. So because the Ultra Ball is located on the bottom right of the screen, in fact the exact position as where the icon of the ball selection is, you can just double tap over there and it will bring up the Pokemon Ultra Ball immediately, and you can just throw the ball immediately. So you may have to wait for the white flash to appear, and then you can actually do that trick. So this is how it is. Alright, doing it again one more time on the Ferocity, and yep, that's how fast it is. Of course, dropping the balls here and there is totally fine. You can always retry to throw the ball again. So I know at this point of time, a lot of you guys will be saying to yourself, it's very difficult to play in AR mode. Yes, I agree with that, but like I said, with enough practice, it will become easier. And in fact, right now, I'm going to share with you guys another tip, tip number 10, easy AR throw. So what is easy AR throw though? It is basically to position the Pokemon in a place that it makes it easier to throw. So notice that I'm actually positioning the Pokemon on the top right of my screen, in between the camera and the AR on and off icon. So when you do that, you can actually just do a curve throw and just throw to your maximum velocity, and it will actually hit the Pokemon. In fact, it is easier to throw excellent throw like this also, in my opinion, than trying to target it with AR mode on. So yeah, you guys can see this is how fast it can be after having enough practice and positioning the Pokemon over there, using everything that I've shown you guys so far, doing the fast ball selection trick, doing AR mode, putting the Pokemon positioning it on the top right of the screen, and just fast catching all the way. So after mastering fast catching, after mastering AR, after mastering everything, this is how fast it can be. Alright, so yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and practice and try out how to improve the way of catching, especially if you want to catch more Pokemon, I will recommend practicing during certain spotlight hours or community days, especially that those are the period when the Pokemon spawn even more, and you can actually practice every week, once a week, every Tuesday, your spotlight hour, to actually improve the number of Pokemon that you catch per hour or whatsoever. So those are my top tips in terms of improving your way of catching Pokemon in terms of speed, and probably even your chances of catching the Pokemon, since you will be able to master the excellent lock throw method and also the other AR and whatever methods that I've shared with you guys. If you guys want more of such tutorials from me, especially when it comes to even spinning Pokestop, there are certain methods to actually improve the way to spin Pokestops and whatsoever, and even fighting a Team Go Rocket Grunt, and even raiding and friendship and whatsoever. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll make a another tutorial video talking about all those aspects of the game also. Alright, so with that said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Alright, and also let me know in the comment section down below, did any of my tips help you guys at all? If it did, really awesome. Alright, so goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.